We are so back. Men. Men of courage, men of conviction, men with balls. We're back. And Nick Bosa, the defensive end for the San Francisco 49ers, I'm stressing the San Francisco 49ers, they beat up the Cowboys last night. And Nick Bosa comes on the post-game set and flashes his MAGA hat. Holy cow. Holy cow, we're so back. All right, let's play Nick Bosa flashing his MAGA cap.
Points in the first half. What was said during halftime? Hey. All right. Nick Bosa with a message there.
And so I wish he had been wearing a red MAGA hat. That would have been even better. But, of course, after the game, reporters, oh, my God, you're wearing a MAGA hat. Nick, tell us why. Let's hear Nick Bosa's post-game comment about why he's wearing a MAGA hat.
Would appear to be a political statement.
I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I think it's an important time.
That's all he had to say about it. And, you know, that's all that needed to be said. The hat says it all. And he's exactly right. We're in an important time, and it's a time where men need to come out of the closet and stand 10 toes down on what they believe and what they stand for. And that's what I think we're seeing in the sports world. There was a kid, the kicker for Texas Tech. They run some kind of fake field goal. He scores a touchdown. He pulls up his shirt and flashes his Trump T-shirt, his homemade Trump T-shirt. We're back, man. Men are dropping. I'm sorry, some of you get upset when I talk locker room talk, but men are dropping their balls. They're letting them hang. And we've needed this. My entire message all last year was about, hey, man, quit apologizing. Quit apologizing for being a man. Quit apologizing for your beliefs. And I had a special message for white guys. Quit apologizing for being white. Stand on what you believe and quit running into the closet. Nick Bosa has been on the front lines of this for quite some time. He got in trouble when he first came into the NFL for making the point he didn't like Beyonce. And the next thing you know, Twitter's calling him racist. And anyway, let's play an old clip of Nick Bosa talking about Beyonce and Donald Trump.
You are not a fan of Beyonce. Why?
I don't like the fact that she has to make everything such a big political statement.
So you are not in Bay Nation, but you are a fan of Donald Trump,
yes,
right?
Big fan. He brings a charisma to the table that no other candidates have seen in my lifetime. So I think we need change.
So that's Nick Bosa, the kid, standing 10 toes down. And now here he is, a full-grown man. He's made enough money in the NFL. The San Francisco 49ers can't get rid of him. And now he's back out of the closet as a Trump supporter. I think this is a very, very big deal between Nick Bosa, between Harrison Butker, the Chiefs kicker, out campaigning for Josh Hawley, expressing his Catholic faith. Men are coming back and standing on what they believe. We've seen it from a lot of black men standing on Donald Trump and acknowledging that they're voting for Donald Trump and they're supporting Donald Trump. Men are back, baby. And I've waited for this. I've been suspicious, like, is it ever going to happen? Or are we all going to, not we, because it's not me, but are all the rest of you going to just live in the closet somewhere? Have you been forced into a closet? Are you part of the alphabet mafia? And finally, guys are standing up. And I think we're at clearly an inflection point in American culture. And it is an important time. And it's not just a one-off thing on November 5th. We got to keep this same energy flowing November 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, and on and on and on and on and on. And don't ever forget the reason why we've been dealing with all this clown stuff, the reason why our borders have been wide open, the reason why Venezuelan gangs are taking over apartment complexes in major cities, the reason why there's so much crime is because men were cowards and afraid to say what they really believe. And you got bullied into a corner. Oh, they called me racist. Oh, they called me an Uncle Tom, a sellout. Did you know that 17 Christians are killed for their faith every day in Nigeria? Join us and make a difference to help save lives. Visit equippingthepersecuted.org now to start your monthly donation, which will help create sustainable hope and take action to help protect an orphan or care for a widow. We've let these feminists and women just run wild, and we've let the racial idolaters run wild. And so man, Nick Bosa, thank you so much. Thank you so much. The kicker, I don't even know the kicker's name at Texas Tech. Thank you so much, Harrison Buckner. And at the end of the day, and Steve, I want to bring you into this, and Butter and TJ into this as well. But Steve, at the end of the day, we have Elon Musk to thank for Nick Bosa's courage and this growing courage of guys joining me and you standing out here loud and proud. Agree or disagree?
I agree, but Jason, you're now optimistic. Don't ruin this. Don't jinx this. Like the General Bobby Montgomery Knight once wrote, the power of negative thinking. Do not change course. We have to be vigilant. We cannot get complacent. So no, get your positivity out of here. We have no room for it for at least a couple more weeks. Jason, I saw something very interesting this weekend. I was at the Miami Hurricanes game against Florida State at Hard Rock Stadium. And right now there's a bit of a divide in the Miami Hurricanes fan base because there's now paraphernalia with the iconic Miami U logo and Trump. People are actually using that on hats and on shirts. And if you go online, like, it is causing fights. There seems to be a fan division. And all of a sudden, certain people don't believe in the First Amendment. Here's what I found interesting. During the tailgate, during the game, and then especially walking out after Miami improved 8-0. I tell you what was interesting to me was not only the number of those hats and T-shirts that I saw, the people wearing them, they were not all crackers of the day, to paraphrase Antonio Brown. Now, look, I expected certain people to wear, I said, yeah, figures. There were a couple of people that were darker shaded, and I'm walking, I'm like, more than once. So it wasn't just the number of people wearing this stuff, it was who was wearing that stuff that was really eye-opening to me.
Look, Miami has a huge Cuban population. And so that is an atmosphere where, as a black person or a darker skinned person, you know, you can be conservative because, Cubans actually know what communism looks like, know how awful it is, and they are as hardcore conservative and Trump supporters as we have. And so I'm not all that surprised that in Miami, there's Trump supporters out of the closet of all shades.
Yeah. Jason, 2 years ago, I went to Miami's opening game. It was the inaugural contest featuring Mario Cristobal as the coach. It was Labor Day weekend, and my buddy James on a Sunday took me to Little Havana. Now, I've been to Miami many times, South Florida. I'd never actually been to the heart of Little Havana. And we went to go eat lunch there, and we walked around. I had never seen this side of the 305. There are monuments about the Cuban Revolution, what happened in that country. There are murals about the freedom fighters. And I understood right then why these feelings are deep-seated. So when the mainstream media, which comprise of a lot of white liberals who have probably never stepped anywhere near those boulevards and avenues, they would never truly understand why the feelings are so anti-communist and why they feel so patriotic towards this great country.
I just want to make sure you said a real man would have worn a red MAGA hat. Did I get that exactly right?
Wow, look at that.
Dude, that's in San Francisco. It don't take no courage to wear a MAGA hat in Nashville, bro.
I had to drive from St. Louis through Illinois to get here. Right now, Miami-Dade County, as of Friday with early voting, 69,000 Republican votes cast compared to 43,000 Democrats. Republicans are way ahead, and it's because of the Cuban population. I think, look, I wear this hat. I told you this while I ordered this hat the day that Donald Trump was shot. I've tried to wear it virtually every day since. it is incredible how many people come by, and I get it, I live in Missouri, but I live in a county that voted 2-1 for Joe Biden. And so the county that I live in would not agree with me.
You live in a liberal, well, so I guess me living downtown Nashville. Go ahead, continue.
It's terrible. I'm getting out of there as fast as I can, but it is a terrible place to live. The amount of people that come by and say, I love your hat, every single day, and it's 2-1 women to men. Way more women come by and tell me they love this hat than men. It's unbelievable.
I think that's a humble brag. I think TJ just unleashed there.
Married with 2 kids.
Yeah, it's not TJ modest.
Women have come
Monday.
around. Women have come around. It would have never happened. I had the Trump 2020 flag, and no woman ever come by and said, hey, I love your flag.
You know what happened to your neighborhood? That transgender dude threatening to kill people over the gym membership. That'll snap you out of your TDS. Help us grow the Fearless Army. Pound that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with all your fearless friends.